Hello, everyone. Welcome to Perception Studio. We're so glad that you're here. We have something very special for you this month, the next upcoming Tuesdays. I'm going to share with you one of my favorite games. I happen to be a big fan of World of Darkness, and we're going to be playing Changeling the Abandoned. What does that mean? Changeling the Abandoned is Changeling the Dreaming and Changeling the Lost. So it's kind of the rule system of the Dreaming. And we're going to take some of the darker themes of the Lost and smush those together and do a little homebrew, which I call the Abandoned. We have discussed lines and veils with the cast because it is the world of darkness. The game is designed to explore the darker sides of what may or may not be considered morality. Morality is yeah, we'll discuss that. But so that has been discussed with our players. We do have safety tools in place, and viewer discretion is advised.
Zip.
Okay. We're like a minute in.
We're starting. Speaking of players, I'd love our players to just sort of introduce yourselves real briefly. We're actually going to start with Rory. Tell us a little bit about Rory, and then we'll go down the line to Brooke.
Hi, I'm Rory, or Aurora. You can find me online as Aurora_lore, Lore. I do mostly theater and then guest star here. I have a big, huge group that I'm a part of called Castleton, also on Twitch, that is starting up in another month, and it's so much fun. You should rewatch the previous episodes and catch up so you can join us for season 2. Anyway, or part 2. That's all I'll say there.
Yay.
Hello, I'm Brooke. You know me from so many shows. Let me count the ways. Enigma, Die, a handful of one-shots here and there. I was just here doing Teens in Space and all kinds of other shenanigans. So I'm back. You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Danny. I live here. But no, I'm super excited. Anne's been talking about this forever, and so I'm very glad that we finally have this at the table because it's rad. Yay for Faye things. Yay for Faye.
Oh, my picture went out. Did picture go out?
No.
Cool. Okay, my picture came back. No, there's gremlins already in the cameras.
It does that.
They're here already. So we do have some questions in the chat about what do we mean by viewer discretion is advised, and it is. This is again a World of Darkness game. We are exploring darker themes. If you want specifics, there may be themes of torture. There may be themes of kidnapping in this particular episode. There are definitely sexual themes that will be explored over the course of I saw that over the course of this particular game.
Enthusiastically consented to sexual themes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
At least if my character has anything to say about it.
Lines and veils have been explored for sure. So all the fun dark stuff that one loves to do as the lighter days of the summer give way to the darker nights of the fall and winter. Speaking of that, it is September 23rd.
Drinks have bubbles. Don't yell at me.
Bubbles, burpees
had a
already. We
question.
got sound effects in the background. It is December 23rd, 2023. The sun is going down over, or just behind, Grand Central Station in Los Angeles, Union Station. Just above that on the hill is the Avila Adobe, the first home in Los Angeles. In the first home in Los Angeles, if you go around the corner in the courtyard and go down, you'll find an exhibit about water. It's not an exhibit about the people who lived there and how they preserved water. It's the story of a man who rerouted water and brought it to the people. Not the story of how it was rerouted away from the people who needed it and destroyed those communities.
America.
Manifest destiny.
In the depths of this water exhibit, as you go down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, there's a light dripping sound. And out of that dripping sound comes a squeaking sound as a shadow begins to pull itself out of the darkness and crawl up the stairs. As the last light of the day leaves the courtyard of the Avila Adobe, it begins to fill with figures. And all of them are sort of gathered around two figures in the center. One of them, a tall, beautiful, red-headed woman. The other, also tall, very rugged-looking, very strong-looking man with blue skin, rough blue skin, and horns. They wait patiently, in silence. From the depths, a figure appears from the shadows, coming across the courtyard. She is tall, slender, impossibly slender. Her clothes seem wet. You can see mold in her clothes. The mold is the only thing holding these fibers together anymore. Her long, stringy hair is in her face, and she speaks in a whisper to the tall, red-headed woman. "They are ready, Your Grace." The red-headed woman nods. Anybody there would notice that this woman is so painfully beautiful that nobody looks at her, except for the shadowy woman who came from the depths, who looks at her because it's painful to do so. "You have done well, my child." The figure looks almost as if it smiles, and from its hair comes 3 golden globes that float in the air. The assemblage cheers and roars. "Silence," says the woman with the red hair. It begins. The 3 golden orbs zip out into the city. We'll start with Gerald. Gerald, on this evening, September 23rd, 2023, what are you doing?
I have warmed up 3 TV dinners, one for me and one for each of my neighbors, Steve and Patricia, because obviously it's NCIS night, and we gotta watch our show because it's the only socialization I have after my mind-numbing work.
Describe Gerald for us.
Gerald's mid-40s. He's like 45. He wears like a little not super cheap, but not super nice, like brown business suit. It's usually the same suit almost every day, and he's got duplicates of it, so he doesn't have to think about how he's going to dress himself. But like right now, the jacket's off, so he's got his tie on, he's got his button up. It's short sleeve because he always wears his jacket at work, and he's just kind of plopped. He's folding out the TV dinners, but yeah, he's got a friendly enough face, but also a forgettable face. I think like he doesn't really stand out in a crowd. He's nice, but not outgoing. He doesn't really say hello to folks unless they say hi to him first.
And who are these dinners for?
One is for Steve, which is one of his apartment neighbors, and one is for Patricia, which is the other neighbor on the other side. And they get together for various events like the Oscars. They'll do bingo. They'll occasionally play a game or something like that. And it's just they wouldn't even call each other friends. They're just like the de facto socialization for all 3 of each other, and they all have separately mind-numbing jobs, and this is their only respite.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
There's a knock at your door.
I go to open it.
You open it, and Patricia is standing there. And Patricia has actually baked a tray of brownies for you.
Oh, thanks, Patricia. You know how much I love these every Tuesday.
Oh no, you made the TV dinners with the brownies in them. I'm
did,
so
yeah.
sorry.
I knew you liked the penguin ones,
no.
so I got the ones with the penguins on them with the sunglasses.
Oh,
it
I
always
do
comes
love
with the
that.
brownie. Yeah.
Oh, and the little macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
You're so thoughtful.
Well, thanks. You know, I try. They're not super filling, but I know everybody's bringing chips like we always do, so I figure we can fill up on other stuff.
She stands kind of awkwardly in the doorway.
Oh, come in. Sorry, come in. There's your TV tray right there, and I set up the pillow like you like. And would you like something to drink?
Sure. And she goes to walk the brownies into the kitchen. There's another knock at the door.
Ah, great, Steve. And I go to the door.
Oh, hey!
Hey!
I brought the ginger ale.
Heck yeah. Come on in, buddy. You know I like my nostrils burning. Come on.
He comes in immediately and begins to go in through your cabinets and pulls out your 3 favorite cups. Mm-hmm. You each have a plastic cup that you use all the time, every time you come in and you have them visit. What color are your cups?
They're they're like collectible cups from a dinner and a show. So they're like medieval times cups of varying etchings from various years.
Awesome. Steve begins to pour the ginger ale, and Patricia goes down and she picks her tray and she unwraps her napkin, and she has her forks and knives and she's ready. And you go to pick up the remote for the TV, and there's another knock at the door.
Gerald's kind of taken aback. Did one of you invite somebody else?
No, they look at each other. Mm-mm.
I mean, I paid rent a week early. Like, fine. And I go and I check the door.
You see a little old woman. She seems a little shorter than you. She does seem to be, a granny type, like of age. Mm-hmm. Hello?
Hi there. Can I help you with something?
Yes, actually. I was wondering if someone could help me in the courtyard.
In the courtyard? Are you in danger? Are you okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. It's my cat.
Oh, your cat. Hey guys, can you make sure that we set NCIS to record? I gotta step out for a second. Help yourselves to all the chips and save me a couple brownies.
The little old woman very slowly starts to walk towards the direction of the courtyard.
I have to do that thing where like someone with a longer stride has to kind of like walk little like almost circles and like slow and stop in order to keep pace.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I caught you at home. I knocked on your neighbors' doors, but they weren't there.
Oh yeah, they were spending the evening with me. Sometimes we get together and hang out.
Oh, how nice that you have friends.
Oh sure, I got another TV dinner in the freezer if you're hungry.
Oh, how nice of you. You're such a thoughtful young man.
Well, I don't get a lot of opportunities, so I like to spread it when I can.
You follow her into the courtyard, again, sort of having to stop and start behind her. The courtyard is around the corner from your particular apartment, so you can't see it from your apartment. And she points up and she says, up there's Puddles. He's in the tree.
Okay.
Did you say petals?
Puddles?
Puddles.
Do I see Puddles?
You see Puddles. It's going to be the first roll of the game.
Hey.
Gerald, please roll wits. So whatever number of dice or dots you have under wits, and alertness, which would be the first one under talents.
Secondary interruption. Have we talked about our donations for this evening?
We didn't. Yep, you're great. You're amazing.
We're a full 20 minutes in, but I just thought I'd be that asshole. I'm so sorry.
Really on board with
Yes.
the story.
Yeah.
watch
So
more,
friends,
get
I was so
voting.
excited. So you guys can play along with us. Boop, boop.
I'm going to edge you for this first roll for a while. Go
Hold
talk
on to
about
that for a
this.
second while I talk about this. I'm a professional. So for $5, you can donate a push or pull. What does that mean? So this is actually a great example, actually, as Danny's beginning to roll his dice. There's a dice pool. Changeling runs on a D10 system. And you make a pool of those dice, you roll the dice, and then we talk about the result.
Kira,
So
chill.
what you can do is donate a pull, and what that does
Alan, why?
is it allows our changeling friends to pull in glamour. And what that glamour is going to do is going to be to allow them to add an extra dice to their dice pool, increasing their chances of that roll succeeding. Pushes, you can donate them a push. They can use the push to push down the DC of a roll, make that roll easier, the number easier to meet. We know we love it, and it's changeling, so we're going to add twists. So you can donate a twist for $10 to any player or myself, who can then use it on any player or NPC to make them make a new decision in the moment, which is so much fun. We do have characters and items drops. So for Changeling, it is interesting. The more mundane the item, the more interesting that's going to be for our Changeling players. And for the $25 is the card pool. So I have a bunch of situations and goodies here that we can pull from at random that are going to affect the story, as well as when we meet that $100 goal. There was a word for it. The $100 goal. I'm going to roll the Chrysalis Metamorphosis table. It's kind of like wild magic, and it will affect all of the players.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of a fun random thing to happen. So now we've talked a little bit about push and pull and dice and rolls. Gerald, what's your roll?
Okay.
Thank you, Kira.
All right, so that's 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 total.
So how many? Okay.
Okay, I'm doing this wrong. What do I
I
do?
should have explained that better.
We're so on top of it. Like, I'm adding it together, guys.
I
adding it all
can math. Are you telling me I don't have to math in this game? I love it
You
even
don't.
more.
Yeah.
See, this is a very easy,
6.
straightforward roll.
Cool.
So the difficulty is 4.
Nice.
So you will tell me how many dice that you have from your dice pool that are 4 and above. Tell me if you have any 10s, because that's a critical success.
Oh yes, I know. Yeah.
Tell me if you have any 1s, because that will take away a success. If you have enough successes, you'll still get what you want, but it's not gonna, there'll be a consequence.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes, amazing.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy, it was easy to do. You look a little closer and there's something in Puddle's mouth.
Oh, what you got there, Puddles?
Oh.
Oh God.
It sounded so human.
That was-
Oh.
I guess I want to start climbing, not necessarily to immediately grab the cat, but just to get a closer look. I'm more curious about what Puddles caught than I am about Puddles at the moment, because Puddles isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, Puddles does not look like Puddles is going anywhere. And you see whatever is in Puddle's mouth as you get closer is furry.
Is that a mouse you got? I mean, good for you. I don't want it. I'm curious. I start to reach toward Puddles.
Tell me, Gerald, about the squirrel at work.
No.
Uppo.
There's a squirrel I feed at work named Flimsy, and he's this little skinny squirrel, and he's not so great at jumping from limb to limb. Or
Whoa!
really scaling
Everyone
things.
stop!
Whoa! A non-emus. Thank you. Where would you like to put that, Hundy? You can divide it up by all the options that are on that menu, and we can apply those to things. That's also immediately fills up that metamorphosis bar.
It does. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's kind of an odd item drop. They wrote meta bonus points for somehow bringing up Facebook.
Oh, I see. Got it.
I think I could be that. That's what I'm guessing. That was their mundane item drop.
Oh, meta. Meta is the drop. I see.
love it.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Got it.
Excellent. So, Gerald, at some point, meta will be folded into your moment here.
Great.
But we're going to actually do that chrysalis moment, that manifestation, that metamorphosis right away. Danny, please roll 2d10 for me and tell me what the numbers are.
Yay.
The actual numbers this time.
Yes, 4 and 9.
4 and 9.
Oh, wait. Maybe 6. No, 9.
4 and 9. Okay.
It's a tens place, D10. I have hurt myself.
You have a moment where you realize you've seen this before in a dream somewhere. You suddenly realize that you had this nightmare last night, that you saw a Flimsy in the mouth of a cat.
Oh. Hey, just drop it. Puddles. Can I tell if Flimsy's still kicking?
That's gonna be another wits plus alertness, please.
I wanted him to live. You should have named him Flimsy.
I know, right? That's gonna be a difficulty of 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tell me how many you have above 4.
I have 4 above 4, and one of those is a crit.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that doubles. Flimsy isn't looking great. Flimsy does not appear to be breathing or moving.
I do not have an affinity for cats. Gerald does not, I should say.
Noted.
And I immediately, I lose myself in that moment, and I go to save Flimsy. Flimsy's been the only thing at the workplace keeping me sane. All of my lunch breaks are like feeding nuts and like getting him on my lap and all that stuff. Like he's the closest thing to a pet I've ever had, and he's currently bleeding. And so I kind of I go for like the scruff of the cat's neck and try to get Flimsy with my other hand.
Interesting.
Not knowing how cats work.
No.
Not knowing how
You're going to kill Flimsy if he's not already dead.
Please roll dexterity, which is in physical. It's the first in attributes. And then animal kin, if you have. I think you do. You have
I do. I gave myself 2 with a specialty in squirrels, which I can now invoke, correct?
You can.
So that adding one more?
So that will lower your difficulty.
Lower my difficulty, okay.
So please tell me again
I'm like,
everything
where
over
is
4 that you
specialty
have.
in squirrels on this character sheet?
Hey, at least we have a balanced party.
Oh, shit. Okay, so I have 2 over 4 and 1 crit fail.
I don't know shit about squirrels.
Okay, so that takes one of your successes away. So you have 1 success.
1 success.
So the success rating on that, on the sheet, it says abysmal. So you go to reach. What part of Flopsy do you go to reach for?
Flimsy.
Oh, you go to reach for the cat. Is that correct? Great.
Not misnaming the squirrel.
I was going for the scruff of the neck of the
the
cat, and then like the other hand I was going for the squirrel. That was the
So
goal.
for your efforts, you get a very large, painful cat scratch on the back of your hand.
Yeah, I deserve that.
There's
Okay.
a growl, and you hear from the ground, "Now you be careful now with my little petals."
I'm doing my best, lady.
Oh, and she actually kind of takes a step back. She did not expect an outburst from you.
I'm sorry. Your cat, your Puddles, caught a squirrel friend of mine. I know that sounds weird. I don't get out much.
Puddles has your girlfriend?
No, my squirrel. Like a tree squirrel.
Explain it.
Bushy tail. Come on, lady.
Your girlfriend has I don't want to know about your girlfriend's bush.
I grab Puddles. I just by the scruff of the neck. I don't care if it's scratching me anymore. I just climb back down the tree.
I'll absolutely allow that. You get to the bottom of the tree, and the old one's like, careful now. Careful with Puddles. Careful.
Yeah, careful with Puddles. Careful with Puddles, sure.
You get to the bottom of the tree, and you're still holding onto the scruff of the cat. The cat goes, "Puh," and spits out Flimsy. How can I forget that?
I unhand Puddles onto the old woman, like, there you go. And I go immediately to scoop up Flimsy.
She grabs the cat in midair with a dexterity and quickness you did not expect from this old woman.
Sure.
Interesting.
Ooh, and a card pull.
Yes, we will do a card pull immediately. She begins to stroke the cat. Now, you should be much nicer to Puddles. And you feel a stirring in your hands in this wet mud goop of Flimsy. And Flimsy stands up in your hands and says, yes, you should be much nicer to Puddles.
What the fiddliest of...
Bites your hand. Suddenly, everything goes black.
Shit.
Uh-oh, Piscadillo.
So we're going to pop over to Rebecca. Rebecca, I have a little something here for you. You're running a series of mundane errands. So fun.
Oh, no.
Can you tell us a little bit about Rebecca? Describe Rebecca for us. And what are these errands that you're running? What is this all about?
This is for me, not for Brooke. I'm just like on the limit of it. I was like so caught up in like, this is Brooke doing it. No, it's Rebecca. That's my name.
It's Rebecca.
Goodness gracious. I'm running. Sorry, I was just like, oh, I'm in the middle of this. Running errands. Oh goodness. Well, it's we're just saying it's nighttime, evening. Right?
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, funny.
Spoilers.
I love it. So Anne, we're saying it's evening currently, yeah?
Yeah, the sun is setting.
Okay. So it is the night of my wedding, if I remember correctly. So
I certainly hope nothing goes horribly wrong.
nothing's going to go horribly wrong whatsoever.
Fine.
Mundane errands. How can I work that into here? So Rebecca is in her wedding dress. She has a robe around her. The ceremony is we're on our way there. There's like this last little thing. I need the correct nail polish. My nail polish just got like completely botched in the middle of getting to the venue, and I'm like trying to not draw attention to myself. I feel like my maid of honor is with me, probably helped drive me there. So that would be Tala. And I'm like looking through all the different colors, trying to find one that matches. So all I have to do is touch up instead of trying to repaint my nails. And I'm insisting, the ceremony will be fine. They know we're on our way. It's only gonna be like 5 more minutes. Can you help me? I think it's a coral. Can you help me find this coral color, Tala?
Where are you at specifically? Is it like a grocery store or like a
like a
Rite Aid
CVS or a Walgreens? Yeah, something super fast, like great fluorescent lighting. Anytime I catch myself in the mirror, I'm like bridal makeup that just looks horrific under these lights. Would look great in the candlelit glow of the church we're going to be having this wedding at. But here, fluorescence, I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. People are obviously staring because there's this bride in this very floral dress with a train drooped over her arm, looking through nail polish like a crazy person.
So you're looking through and you ask Tala for help, and you look over and you see Tala has a nail polish bottle in her hand, and she's kind of flipping her hair, and she's got her phone up, and she's trying to get a picture.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'll remember that. And then
look, I know it's your wedding and all, but I need to catch this for the Instas,
I know things have been going really, really great. You've got a big following right now for your artwork, but can you help me out just for this moment, please?
A gentleman comes around the corner. You notice him out of the corner of your eye when she says Insta. He walks up to you. He's wearing a blue vest and a little name tag, and this little name tag says Instagram.
Give it time. I'm
Tala,
sure one exists already.
Right?
I think one of these colors is going to do the trick. I'm gonna grab both of them.
Call me
you
Insta
distract
for sure.
him. You know,
Call him Grammy.
I'm gonna go run for the checkout lane. You run interference for me, Tala. Okay.
You know what? I'm also gonna go ahead and click this so it uploads to my Facebook. I'm gonna double down on this one. I think I look really hot in this light. She says Facebook,
Sure.
and another gentleman around the corner appears wearing the same sort of polyestery, cottony, not flattering on anyone vest, and he's also wearing a little name tag, and that one says Facebook.
You know, I feel like people should get original with their names, but this is a little much. I mean, all right, okay. What am I to talk? I'm a Becky. Like, it's about as basic as you can get. And she just kind of goes around a different aisle, so not towards Instagram and not towards Facebook, but towards a different aisle.
Towards
Just,
a
I'm going to go
secret platform.
secret platform.
You turn the corner, go down another aisle. When you go to turn again to go in the directions of the
Kara.
cast registers, the two of them are standing there, kind of like the twins from The Shining. And they're like, but can we help you?
No, I found what I'm looking for. I'm just ready to check out. Thank you.
Instagram says, I don't think you found what you're looking for yet.
Rebecca's going to look around for Tala, who's just always her security safety net in everything, even though it's a little much for her to be dealing with social media stuff right now. She'd rather have her friend at her side. So she turns around to just kind of ignores them as if she didn't hear them and try to make her way back towards where Tala was.
You go back to where Tala was, and she is so engrossed in her phone right now, even for Tala.
Yeah.
You turn the corner, go down the aisle to find her, and at the other end of the aisle, again, are the two men. I think you can keep looking. Maybe you'll find what you're looking for. Maybe you should just ask us.
What an interesting metaphor for how social media affects the psyche of women every day. And how we view ourselves
You're looking for
and our
something.
needs.
This is like some American Gods shit.
Yeah,
This is
it's
rad.
weird.
I like
I wasn't expecting that from this donation.
So Rebecca's going to just try and get an arm around Tala to just kind of like scoot walk her. Like, yeah, she's focused on her phone, but like, we need to go the other way now. Yeah, away from these guys.
Wits plus alertness. Difficulty of 4. She is your friend. Please roll that number of dice and tell me how many you get over 4.
Two over 4. No ones.
As you... No one's... True faith.
Two different types of people on the street.
You go to loop your arm into Tala's arm, and as you do so, you catch a glimpse of her phone. There's nothing on it, but she is completely engrossed. She's doom scrolling
Tala.
into nothing.
Tala, are you okay? Are you all right? We really need to move out of here. I know the ceremony is just around the corner, but I need to get into the car and just get out of here. You know what? I don't even think I need the nail polish. Can you just get us out of here and drive?
If I don't keep scrolling, I can't find what I'm looking for.
Woof.
Yeah.
Baby, you gotta
Tala-
believe in yourself, girl. You gotta believe.
Paula and Rebecca have been best friends since they were little kids, with past books, with just like writing stories together. And there's always just been this very deep connection. And I don't know if there's any kind of version of a perception check or anything, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing this is just... Yeah,
There's
is there?
literally a perception check. So that's under mental. So perception plus. This is your friend. What are you trying to suss?
Oh goodness. Is she acting like herself, or is there something? I feel like that she's not acting like herself, but
right. Perception plus
maybe she's like under the influence or something.
Perception plus investigation. Investigation is under
Handshake.
knowledges.
Yes.
Handshake. All right, thank you. Oh, what you got there?
Did you get some dice there?
Dice.
Get some dice.
Daisy,
You're gonna roll some dice.
Alrighty. Yeah. What do I need to roll higher then?
4. Again, she's your friend. You know her.
I have 1-4.
1-4. It's not like her. She doesn't seem under the influence of like a drug or something. This doesn't remind you about times you got drunk together or anything. It is out of place. You do find the 2 gentlemen step in front of you again. Would you like to speak to the manager?
At this point, I'm pretty sure all the Bridezilla rage comes out right now. And she's just like, what the fuck do you guys want? Get out of my face. And is just trying to figure out what's going on with her friend, get away from these creepy guys, and just wants to get out of here.
The 2 of them smile broadly. In fact, a little too broadly. It almost reminds you of like people who've done like body mod. Like, have they sharpened their teeth? Wits plus perception, please. Difficulty of 4.
And I have to know, did these brothers already exist and you just renamed them for this donation? So you just came up with this creepy shit. What's in that brain? Are you okay?
This is happening right now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I have, I need to roll higher than a 4 again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And-
so higher than a 4, one of those is a crit.
Oh my god. Okay. So as you're looking at these gentlemen, it's almost you get tunnel vision as one of them sort of reaches out to you, and you feel like you may go faint for a second. You grab a hold of one of the aisle shelves, and you suddenly realize that they appear bigger than you thought they were. Their skin is gray and cracked. Their hair is this bright, fiery red that it's odd that you didn't notice that before. And the 2 of them smile again, and you realize those aren't just sharp teeth, but they're 2 rows of like almost shark-like teeth as they smile. You feel the rage bubble up from inside you. What does that rage feel like?
I feel like Rebecca's someone who just tries to control and tamp down all the time, every little bit of anger. She prides herself in her control. So it is a rare thing to, one, be so freaked out and scared and feeling like I don't want to be out of control, that somehow that is what makes her lose control. So it's just like, it's not a loose lashing out. It's almost like a pure focus of just, I'm taking that down.
A Kilowog blast, if we're talking Green Lantern terms.
Get him, Rebecca.
Get 'em, Poozer.
Kill they ass.
Are you going for Facebook or Instagram?
It's my wedding.
Yeah.
You're so
Facebook.
mad.
I've got way more anger towards Facebook.
Way more anger towards Facebook. And
Yeah.
so now that you're feeling this violent rage towards Facebook, what do you do?
I think she's going to. You know what? Is there one of those are we in a broom aisle?
You
Or a
certainly
shovel
can
aisle.
be. You certainly can
Great.
be.
Yeah. So I think she's gonna just grab like something that's pole-like that she can just get after this thing.
Strength plus brawl, please. Brawl will be under talents. This is a wait, you weren't, no, not the lacrosse team. You were on the polo team, right?
Polo team. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're
Yeah, so it's not- it's
strongish.
not-
Oh,
yeah.
Like polo, not water polo, but like horses.
Water polo.
Oh,
No, water polo.
Check.
Yeah.
I'm like red.
What do I need?
Bougie.
Force.
Yeah.
Force. He's not resisting you.
I do have 2 4s, but 1 1.
Okay. So 1 4. So you do crack him across the head.
Yeah.
And he says, yes. Grabs the pole out of your hand, and you broke the end off of it, and he takes the end of it and begins to chomp on it.
Oh no.
Instagram says, that's it.
I don't like it.
Goodness. Yeah, I feel like that's unsettling enough that she's not going to necessarily go for a second hit.
Cool.
Especially if they took the thing from her hands and didn't seem really too phased by it. So I think this time she's really going to channel that like adrenaline rush into grabbing Tala and like zooming down the aisle the opposite direction as much as possible. Yeah. Not quite fireman scary. Not that level.
Tala doesn't resist. She is, again, completely fixed on her phone. She's just kind of like a bucket on wheels. Like you could pull her wherever you want at this point. You head for the front door?
Yeah, heading for it. Not even bothering about the cashier or anything. Just I've dropped the nail polish at this point. We're going.
You get to the front door and it doesn't
I
open.
knew it.
Oh my gosh.
I hate when you ask questions,
gosh.
Anne. Do you get to the front door? Do you touch this thing? Do you open this box? I'm like, I don't know, Anne. Do I?
Do I? Am I?
It's almost your turn.
I feel like,
know.
yeah, there is kind of a way to pry those open. I think she's not really thinking about it. She's going to try. She's going to be trying to pry them open.
You go to pry them open and you hear behind you, yes, that's it. You're right. There's one way out. Strength plus athletics, please. This is going to be harder. Difficulty of 5.
Yeah. Ooh. Overall, not doing too poorly. 2 successes. Oh, sorry. 2 successes, 1 critical.
Oh, nice.
One that was below a 5, but wasn't a 1.
Great. That one just doesn't count.
Okay, cool, thank you.
What does it look like as you pry these doors open with your bare hands?
With my bare
And how
hands.
does it feel?
I think it's very much like very, very not Captain America with the helicopter, but it very much feels like just that big, huge like push across. Definitely get a few tears in the wedding dress because women be able to move their arms. That's weird. So let's say she had like some nice sleeves, and those are definitely have torn seams now.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be so fucking mad. The bag I dropped on this dress. Are you kidding me?
Seriously, this is just like the worst possible thing. Like fucking can't believe I went to freaking CVS at this time. Should have just gone straight to the ceremony. No one was gonna look at my nails anyways. So yeah, I think she's feeling like just again very focused, I'm getting out of here, I'm getting my friend out, we are running away from this mess, just very focused and driven. It probably does feel good, like I'm succeeding, I am getting out of here.
It feels amazing. It feels amazing to channel your rage into power and to use that power to run. And you hear behind you 2 voices simultaneously. Very good. And the world goes black.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey, Arya!
What's up, girl? Let's do it.
It's September 23rd, 2023. Who is Arya? Describe her for us, and what are you doing?
For sure. So Aria is a professor at a very prestigious college in Southern California. She is not tenure track, but she is very much seeking it. She holds multiple doctorate degrees in a fairly wide variety of subjects, but she's all about maths. She loves maths, babes. She comes from a pretty rich family, but all of her other siblings would have gone into like pageants and sports and things like that. She's the brainy kid. She, like, I think upon first meeting her, you would be very intimidated by her, but in a intellectual way. Like a fuckboy kind of guy would look at her and be like, "Ah, easy shot, man. Like, easy, whatever. Like, it's no problem." But she is giving prude. It's giving, I have sex because I need to in order to not be distracted anymore, not because I seek it out. Like, it's giving, no, like, it's just a bodily function, and it's just like every now and then, whatever. And so, yeah, she is a book smart girly. And yeah, she is sitting in her office well past the hours of when she would need to be there. She just, like, quite frankly, doesn't want to go home.
Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid.
Readers.
Her office is quite different from her apartment, actually. It's very well organized, like not a pencil out of place. Everything is as it should be and where it is. She doesn't have a lot of fiction in her office, but if she was to read fiction, it would probably be something like The Martian. Like, it would be quite intellectual and very, it would be closer to the genre that she enjoys reading, which is as close to a textbook as possible. So yeah, she's seated in her office. She's doing a bit of reading, but she's also got a little bit of paperwork and kind of things that she's grading set out that she knows she needs to get to, but just can't be asked at the moment, and is just kind of hanging out. Yeah, office hours are well over. It's evening, late evening, but she just hasn't left.
As golden hour stretches across the campus, Arya, you love music.
I do. She's probably listening to an opera or something classical on a record player, I'll have you know.
Of course, of course.
As it should be.
As you do. What is your favorite instrument to listen to?
Jeez. She played a few instruments growing up, but I think she has a pretty deep love for violin.
Thank you for the raid.
Hello! Thanks for the raid.
You're just in time for a changeling abduction. So
Me?
as you are listening to the opera, you realize at the background of it, there's strains of something else.
Yeah, I've played this record a couple times, and I'm like, that's not supposed to be there.
That's not on there. As you turn the record off, you realize that you are hearing violin music from somewhere down the hall.
How dare you? Okay, yeah. She closes her book very carefully. She doesn't even put it down on her desk. She, like, reshelves it. And she pulls the needle up from the record player and is, like, the record itself is still spinning, and that she can hear music still going. She then stops the player from spinning. And where does it sound like it's coming from?
Somewhere down the hall?
Down the hall. She will go to the door, lock it, but pop the, like, curtain thing open and just be like, the fuck is happening? Like, is this a student who's hanging out? Like, it's a college, people dick around. Like, is this kids being where they shouldn't be, or is this, like, a crazy person, or, like, what's happening? So yeah.
Wonderwall on violin.
Yeah. You can still hear the music, and it's odd. After you close the door, it's just as loud as it was when the door was open.
Weird.
But you feel...
But directionally, it does feel outside of this space, but it's just as loud. Cool. Great. Okay. I don't see anyone?
You don't see anyone.
Do I see, like, a light, like maybe from like someone's
Thank you for the
phone, or thanks for
follow.
the follow, or anything like that? Do I see, even, like, there would probably be security that would be on, like, a walk or something at this
There's a
point?
golden glow that you can kind of see towards the end of the hallway.
Okay. she goes back to her desk and she takes the letter opener out from the drawer.
Thanks for the $50. Ooh, we got a
thank
lady,
you.
Abigail. A girl wearing a black dress, a sun hat, and holding a shark plushie. She randomly appears to Arya around the corner of her eye and disappears in a blink. That makes sense. Abigail.
Seems to be trying to help her.
A shark plushie. I get it.
I know.
I get it. It's
Gumley's
a
on every
callback.
show now.
I get it. The
In case you didn't know, Anne, he really is on every show.
He really is.
So yeah, she slips that she's wearing a like she's wearing a blazer and like a button-down shirt and like she's quite always put together and buttoned up. She slips the letter opener into her sleeve. And she like creaks and she makes a point of making the door opening quite loud so that if it is like a student or someone, they'd be like, ah, and like, you know, they'd be like freaked out enough that like, oh, there's someone here, I shouldn't be here. And on the sound of the door alone, does the light change? Does it retreat? Is it the same?
The light is the same, but now you see silhouetted a small figure that appears to be wearing a large hat.
Okay. I just call out from the doorway of my office. Office hours are closed. The campus should be closed.
You hear from down the hallway, the concert is starting! And the figure runs.
Okay, Arya hates kids. So she's not about this. It sounds like the voice of a kid, or it just sounds like youthful?
It sounds youthful.
Okay.
You can actually, if you want more information, a perception plus alertness, please.
So good. Okay. Perception plus alertness.
I have that.
2 in perception,
Do I have that here? I
and
don't
I
have it
have
here.
2 in alertness, so 4 dice.
She was in a distance, so this will be a difficulty of 6.
Okay. Okay, so 2 7s, but also 2 1s,
So they cancel
Don't
each
worry
other
about
out.
it,
So
yeah.
yeah, you know,
It's all
she
fucked, it's fine.
she sounded like what she sounded like. Yep,
yeah, she just, my first
Yeah.
instinct. Okay. The concert, we don't have any planned events on campus this evening.
You hear from further down the hall, "Don't be late."
Okay. She takes out her cell and starts texting a campus security, like, hey, there's some like students fucking around or something in this hallway, and she'll start to follow the noise, but like at a distance. Like she's not about getting involved. She just doesn't want this whoever they are to get away either. Like she's trying to be responsible, but also not trying to put herself in danger.
Great, you hit send.
Kira.
I know.
There's a giggle bitch in the hallway.
Not wrong. You hear, so you continue to follow, but you're like, you just don't want to lose sight of her, but you're not trying to get involved.
Yeah.
So she's leading you actually towards the concert hall.
Is the music, are there other instruments joining it, or it's the one violin?
It's the violin, and it's...
Does this person have an instrument on them?
No.
So the music is, okay, disembodied. Sick.
The music is beautiful.
Uh-huh.
So your mathematical brain understands the music that's being played.
Oh yeah, she's picking up on
Yeah.
all the intricacies of like,
It is...
down to the little 16th notes, like she knows exactly.
You can hear everything, and it is expert and haunting and beautiful and so well executed with all the mathematics of the music, but you can feel the feeling as well.
Yeah, which is so rare. Hey, come here.
The figure stops but doesn't approach you.
Who's playing?
The master.
Okay. I mean, he's good, but let's fucking chill. The master?
He wants you to come play with him.
Okay. You guys know that you can schedule stuff, right? Like literally, there's like a Google Doc, there's a Google Sheet. Anyone can at any time. It's like close to midnight, like.
Who says we didn't schedule this? And she starts running towards the concert hall.
Okay, but that's not. I don't have any. Okay.
You're closer to the music now. It's got a pull.
It does. I don't think she doesn't have. She doesn't have the capacity to dip, but she is petrified. She's like, oh, this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea. And then like a thought kind of crosses her mind of like, I think maybe one person would miss me. And as freaky as this is, I just am so curious. like that curiosity was so discouraged out of her as a kid. So when she gets to indulge it as an adult, it's just like, ugh. That's part of why she likes being a professor, is because she gets to create her own curriculum and choose what she wants to explore and like that kind of thing. And so she's like, oh, okay, well.
The minute you let go of that, it almost feels like within you, it makes room for the music.
Yeah.
You let go of that idea that nobody will miss you. Maybe one person will miss you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like it makes space for the joy that you're hearing in the music. And it pulls you further.
All right, yeah. She steps further in. In the auditorium, what does she see?
So you step into the auditorium, you follow the figure. They enter through the back, through the house, and you walk into the house, and you see a small person there, and you realize it's not a child, it's just a very petite person, and they're wearing this flowing sundress, and it appears that they have flowers in their hair as well, and they're holding a little shark plushie, and you walk in the door, and they go, chump, chump, and then they look up at you. Oh, you are beautiful. And she takes her hat off and puts it on you.
She like, even just like, she clocks the tone of, oh, you are, like the disbelief, but also the word beautiful, like she, even whether or not she would be attracted to this person, like there is a blush. Like she does not hear that often, if at all. So she's like, okay.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid. The music, I assume, is louder than ever.
Louder than ever, pulling at you stronger than ever, and you see...
Oh, another one! Thank you,
Hi!
Muskie.
my God.
No, everyone is here. Are there instruments about? Is there something I could pick up somewhere?
You see on the stage a single individual standing, playing the violin.
Wow.
What kind of person is Arya attracted to?
Interesting. Arya would not admit to thinking about other people in a romantic sense generally. Like men, women, people in between, she just doesn't do that. She's not a dreamer in that way. Hi! Thanks for the card pull.
Thanks, Arsenal.
That's fun.
I'm gonna pull for random.
But do you want to pull first and then I'll tell you? Maybe this will affect it a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
We are indeed playing Changeling.
We are playing
We are.
Changeling. So there's a mail mix-up. Your mail has been exchanged with somebody else's. The small figure looks up at you, and you realize now that they're probably about your age. And my name's Abigail.
I'm Arya.
Oh, that makes sense. Both our names begin with A. That's how I got your mail by mistake. This is for you.
Well, those are our first names, so that's okay. Yeah, sure, fine. She like doesn't. Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm not gonna offend this person who I just fucking met. Like, I don't have that many friends. Okay. Does it have her name on it?
It has your name on it.
My name. Okay. She takes the letter opener out. She fucking. And she's gonna start walking up towards the stage. There's almost always a grand piano on this stage because like this is where music rehearsals take place, and so it's just the easiest thing to like run through a vocal or through a lot of other types of recitals. And she unfolds it. Is there anything on the paper? Is this like a weird thing? What's happening?
It's a sheet of music.
Of course it is.
And you,
Love it.
as you're looking at it, you recognize it as the tune that the person on the stage is playing. And you look at them again and again. What is Arya drawn to?
I think Arya likes tall, broad, hairy men. And very petite women.
So Abigail follows you as you walk down the center aisle of the stage, and then you make eye contact with the gentleman playing the violin. He is tall, dark-skinned, dark hair. He's wearing very tight pants. He's also wearing a white, love to see it. He's wearing a white button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up.
Of course, he's working.
Because he's playing the violin.
The forearms are
And it's almost like, you know when people roll the sleeves up too far?
Yeah, because
Right?
they know.
Because he's got, right.
Yeah.
He's got the guns.
Yeah, totally.
Totally know what that's like. And his shirt is unbuttoned to the point where it's just like one button past modesty.
Yeah, you slut. Like, come on. Come on.
And you can see the tufts
Yeah.
of the hair, and he's got just a little bit
Every
of
last
scruff.
inch of me is covered with hair.
It's just a little bit of scruff. It's not too much, but it's like just enough to be like,
But it's dense, like it's filled in.
It's not patchy. It's just like just enough. And he makes eye contact with you.
Did you write this?
He smiles and continues to play and looks at the music in your hand and then looks at the piano.
She has an eidetic memory. Anything that she sees, she just remembers. So she puts the paper up on the music stand of the piano to get it out of her hands. But she knows this music now. She opens up the lid, places her fingers in the correct position, and she takes like a deep inhale, closes her eyes, and begins to play.
As you begin to play together, the melodies matching and ebbing and flowing, and the energy that comes from performing together begins to flow between the two of you. He comes a little closer to you, and now you can feel the warmth of his body.
Yeah, I think if he gets close, she'll like stop for a second, and then if he continues to play, she'll like join back in.
He continues to play.
Because like she's still not like, she's nervous, but she's entranced for sure.
Abigail sits down next to you.
Do you know this one?
Of course I do. And she sits
Chopsticks.
next to you, and her knee ever so gently touches your knee.
You said she looked about my age?
Mm-hmm.
What color's her hair?
She's blonde, like a tawny blonde.
It's giving. Okay.
Kind of like a shaggy haircut that was being hidden under the...
And I'm wearing her hat.
You're
What did
wearing
her
her
hat
hat.
look like?
It's a big sun hat.
Big
Big straw sun hat.
Okay, yeah. She'll just kind of brush her knee like up and down. Like she's just acknowledging the presence and like accepting that it's there and being like, hi, like we're sharing this space now. Like she'll make room for her on the piano bench.
The gentleman comes up behind you, and so you can hear the violin sort of filling the space from behind you. And again, you can feel the heat from his body. You can feel his presence. Abigail takes her hand and puts her hand on top of yours and plays that side of the chord with you together.
I lean back so that I can feel his breathing pattern so that we can even more to the tempo be exactly in sync. Like she wants to be just like, she wants all of this music. Like there's the tiniest thing would set her off and like make the music wrong, and she just wants it to be exactly how it should be.
He loves it. He leans into it, and before you know it, your shoulders are up against his chest. And you can feel the sway of his body as he's playing the violin. And you look over and you can see just the front of Abigail's dress gapping just ever so slightly. And you can tell that She's not wearing any supportive garments. It's just her
That's fine.
under there. She gets closer to you and she says, I'm so glad that you weren't late for the concert. And the roll goes black.
Cool.
We noticed you from the other side of the piano.
Woo!
Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Water.
All
Yes.
right, everybody.
You thirsty beaches, hydrate or dihydrate. We just started.
Gerald,
Yes.
you come to consciousness. You're flat on your back.
Lindsay!
You're in a room.
Congratulations, you're alive.
You're in an empty four-walled room. There's a door. Thank you for following.
I think Patricia made the wrong brownies.
You're flat on your back, and you look up, and there's a ceiling light, a dangling light bulb,
All right.
and it's flickering.
Okay.
And you look over, and you notice there's a light bulb in your hand
The fuck?
and a ladder in the corner.
Seth G. Stewart, wouldn't you like to know?
Is there an empty socket somewhere for this light bulb, or I'm just holding a light bulb?
You're just holding a light bulb, but the light bulb above you is
It's flickering, right? So
Flickering.
I'm looking around just to see, taking in the environment before I get rid of the only light that is present.
that's fair. That's totally fair.
So what do I see?
It's an empty room,
Oh,
and
just
there's
an
a
empty
ladder.
room. Okay, great. Oh, so it's like up there. Ah, fuck. I go and I grab the ladder and drag it over.
Uh-oh.
Start climbing, but also looking around like I feel like I'm holding the light bulb, so clearly I got myself here. That's what my brain is telling myself. I'm like, yeah, no, like I gotta change the light bulb, then I'll remember. I'll remember why I did this.
I'll
right?
explain this.
I'll explain this to me later. And I fuck.
You reach for the light bulb. The ladder is just too short for you to reach.
And is that from like the top rung or like the tip top of the
The
ladder?
tip top.
So I'm like, I'm the very.
Danger.
look-
Safety here.
I kick off one of my shoes
Uh-huh.
and I stand on my shoe so that I can get that extra like inch. Does that help me enough?
Let's do is that athletics or let's say dexterity plus athletics.
All right, dexterity plus athletic. Oh, bye die. Cool. And what was the number? Sorry.
Oh, that's gonna be like a 6.
Sick. That's one success.
One success. You can touch the very tip of it's hot. You can touch the light bulb.
Why am I
and
doing this? I get back down the ladder.
You get down the ladder. There's just silence.
And there's a door? There's no door?
There's a door.
I try the door. I'm still holding this light bulb for dear life because the bulb is the only thing that makes sense to me right now. I know what you are for. What the fuck is happening?
You open the door and you see into the hallway, and there's a long hallway as far as you can see that way, and a long hallway as far as you can see that way.
Oh, fuck. Slam the door.
Well, you notice hanging from the ceiling all the way down are the same single lights, and all of them are flickering.
What did I do?
Rory, Rebecca,
Uppo.
Rebecca, you come back to consciousness, and you find yourself tied to a chair.
Worse. Am I still in my outfit?
You're still in your wedding
my
dress.
dress.
Oof.
Okay. The tears are still there, yeah?
Your wedding dress is in tatters.
What an image.
Oh my gosh.
It's not great. You look down at your knuckles and they're bloody.
Oh goodness. So I think she's been dealing with panic attacks leading up to the wedding, and I think she's just starts feeling it kind of like rising, just breathing, trying to kind of get herself under control. It's not too bad. It's just enough of just like okay, gotta think this out. How much can I see around me? Am I just like in a pool of light and that's all I can see? Can I see the edges okay, I can't
you
see
think
else.
it looks like an empty room, or it feels like an empty room. Thank you.
Thanks for the red.
You are tied to a chair. There is a pool of light around you. You can, if you examine how you're tied to the chair, you're literally tied down with just ropes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. I think instantly she's freaked out for Tala, who is already kind of out of it. And if she's not, if she's also here and unresponsive, I don't know who's done this to me or to her. So it's just instantly, Tala, are you out there? Are you okay?
Your voice echoes back to you, and then you feel two presences behind you. And you realize that you can kind of see in the distance what appears to be the sliding glass door from the Walgreens.
Okay.
Opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing, and sort of this dark, empty space. Until one of the figures, who you recognize as Facebook, but is now just wearing like regular clothes. And again, his skin is dark gray and pockmarked and scarred, and you realize that his face has piercings in it, and his hair is bright red. He goes over to the door, smashes it with his fist, takes a piece of the glass, and comes back and hands it to his, what you're guessing, because they look a lot alike, is his brother. And his brother takes it and puts it in a mortar and pestle and grinds the glass up. And they say, "You've done so well. Let's keep going."
Where's my friend?
Oh,
Don't tell her. We're so far.
she's where she belongs, and you're where you belong.
She should know.
And
You've done anything to her, I am going to rip you to shreds.
we're looking forward to it. And they pull your mouth open,
You kinky bitches.
and they pour
I
the
think that's what
ground
piano
up.
people wanted to do too.
Yeah, I know.
They pour the ground up glass into your mouth and hold your mouth
I think
closed.
And she is like legit kicking and well, probably not screaming, but trying to get these ropes to wiggle free in some capacity. I'm like, how powdered is it? Is it really sharp?
It's
Yeah.
pretty powdered, but you can
Powdered.
feel the grittiness
Feel it's
of
still
it
cutting.
in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think I have enough mental sense.
I told you it was Changeling, you guys. I told you.
Pull on the yellow tab. I regret that motion, being on the internet.
Gif it.
So I think she's trying to get out of it. I think if this is going on for a while, she's probably got some tears welling in her eyes just from the frustration. I think she's going to try and loosen one of her arms. Like, so usually if you're binding against ropes, you're just tightening them, right? So she's still kind of trying to struggle to kind of not let attention go to the hand. She's relaxing and trying to see if she can start pushing it out.
In the meantime, your mouth is closed, and you have this instinct as you're fighting, like, to breathe or swallow. Like, you have to do something.
Yeah.
Do you swallow?
Do they pinch my nose?
They're not pinching your nose, but they're holding your mouth closed.
Can I ask for
Well,
flavor?
not
Is this, you said shards of glass, or is it like when a car glass breaks and it's pebbly?
They took the glass and ground it up in a mortar and pestle.
In a mortar.
Oof, okay. Oh, that's somehow
like-
worse.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know why, but it
It's
is.
like sand level.
Yeah,
Sand
this
level.
is sandy.
I think she's gonna try to expel. She's trying to like kind of like cough it out kind of thing. But I think at some point, her body's natural instinct is going to swallow in some capacity just to try and get air. Yeah, not fun.
As you're fighting against the rope, as the rope is your priority, you do eventually, you spit some of it out in one of the guys' face, and he's like, yes. But you do manage to swallow some of it, and you can feel it scratch
Yeah.
down your throat, and you can feel just that little bit of iron taste of the blood kind of rise up on your tongue. But you realize, you did swallow it. It's not so bad. Was it so bad?
She's not a spitter. Sorry, I can't help it. I've held out this long on making sex jokes, and like I couldn't let this one go.
To see if you get your hand out, strength plus
My
brawl.
look at she.
Strength plus what?
Brawl, please.
Not athletic.
You can make a case. Make a case for me for using your athletic
because I
prowess.
deserve it,
because-
Kira.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with athletics instead of brawl because I'm not trying to force my way out of the rope
Okay.
here. I am trying
Okay.
to
Mila Milo,
be more
welcome. We're sorry.
dexterously. Blah, 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 blah. Strength and athletics. Cool. What am I rolling higher than?
6.
Ooh, 1 success.
1 success. You get your hand mostly free. The thought occurs to you that you could probably bite your way out of that.
So they're no longer holding my mouth shut?
They're no longer. Once you swallowed the glass, they were like,
A little bit, yeah.
that's all they wanted.
Okay. Are they still
Weird,
like hovering
Hank, man.
over me? I know, right?
Right?
Are they still like right over me, or have given me a little bit of space?
Once they see that your hand is about to come free, they've given you a little space.
Okay, so they don't seem to be stopping me or anything with it.
You
Like I have
notice
my arm free.
your arm is mostly free. You realize you could probably nibble your way out of it, and you see Facebook going back for another piece of glass.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. So I'm gonna be like trying at first to just grab at the rope, not trying to eat it, just trying to like like using your teeth to kind of untie it, trying to get that free-ish arm to kind of help, kind of thing. Do I bite through the rope, like just in the process of trying to
So that
pull?
will be strength and athletics. Difficulty.
Well, I
6.
guess it's not what she's trying to do. I was more of a curiosity. Like if I'm trying to pull.
Mm,
No.
I think I want the roll. I think I want the roll.
Yeah,
I haven't
okay,
seen
cool.
Evil Ann in so long, you guys. This is
I
so
know, right?
fun.
Strength and
Strength and athletics, please. I've been roll for negotiation. I love a good negotiation.
I got a.
Yeah.
Am I rolling higher than
6,
again?
please.
Okay, 3 successes.
3 successes. Your hand is
Right?
free.
Uh-huh.
Your hand is free.
Hand is fully free.
But your other hand is down. And it doesn't seem like Instagram is all that worried about it. And
They
Yeah.
never are.
Facebook comes back and he takes the glass and Instagram puts it in
Show
the
me.
mortar and he grinds it up. This time, not quite as fine. We're going to pop over to Aria.
Uh-oh.
I'm having
you
the
guys,
fun
get
time,
ready.
guys. I'm having the most fun.
Aria, you find yourself in what appears to be an empty, blank room, except it's full of people.
Naked.
Yes.
Is this The Witcher?
Are the people literally full?
Fuck you! We just, it's my scene, it's mine!
I'm not going to say completely
No, it was
naked,
good, it
but
was
people
good.
are very, very scanty in here.
Okay.
Like,
This is unfamiliar territory for her.
it's almost like, it's like one of those situations where people are wearing the clothing and the clothing is almost more scandalous than just being naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Brooke is familiar with what you're saying.
So it's like that.
Sure.
But
Whoa!
Hey, Major.
That's-
Oh, I keep saying it, but you're just in time. People are scantily clad, and everyone seems to be playing music.
Fun tip.
Music. Similar to the genre that we were having before? Okay.
It's getting faster.
Interesting. Huh. Should I just roll to see how excited about all of this I am, or do you want me to just play it by ear?
You can't. I will let you roll your willpower
Okay.
to see if you can resist.
Because I just feel like
What's happening?
this is a lot of new shit, you know? Willpower.
Brightest day.
Where is that hiding?
That is under glamour. It's the bottom of the sheet.
Glamour, willpower. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
And this is gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is gonna be a 7.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Easy breezy. Beautiful.
Trade
Oh.
tortures.
Okay. 8.
Trade torture.
7. Okay.
Right,
2
she's gonna
successes,
feel
but
like
also
sexy
a
torture.
1. So I guess 1 success.
So once, yeah, it cancels one out, and because there's a 1, then you're gonna get what you want, but it's there's a consequence.
For sure.
So what is your intention as you're trying to resist the getting swept up
Yeah.
in what's happening here?
I mean, Arya is a mathematician first, but she studied music. She knows what it means, generally speaking, theatrically and in music and thematically, when things start going faster.
Yeah.
She knows what this entails. She, I think, is just trying to keep a lid on it. Like, she got a little carried away, and now she's in a new place, and it's not that these people are total uggos, it's just that, like, she's literally, like, she's not an adventurous person. Like, this is a lot of new shit, so she just is trying to keep it all together.
As you're centering yourself, but you can still feel the rhythm of the music, you hear Abigail's voice right in front of you.
Yeah.
And she's literally like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear her voice as your eyes are closed. I'm so excited that you could join us for the concert, but
Yeah, I
I
feel
wish
a
you
little
were-
overdressed.
we can help you with that.
Oh, it wasn't a problem. I was just saying it's how I feel.
You feel overdressed?
Well, everyone else here is wearing a lot less than I am.
We can help you with that. And
Trust me, you don't want to see what's underneath.
trust me,
Some boring shit.
I really, really do. And she takes her hand and she puts it on your chest. And you can feel the warmth of her hand on your chest and the rhythm of the music. And we're going to go pop back to Gerald.
Wow.
Gerald has put his shoes back on. He's now like knocking at the walls to try and figure out how strong they are, like if they're hollow or anything like that. Actually, you know what? I think he might have given up on this room immediately. I think he would have probably left the hallway, gone to check on the next room, like the next one over. Assuming it's the same. Another empty room. Okay.
Another
so
empty
now
room.
now he is definitely testing the walls. Like, is it drywall? Is it solid? Is this something I can rip apart? Is this...
Wits plus alertness, and I'm trying not to look at the chat because it's really funny.
Wits plus alertness.
I'm going to say that you know what a sturdy wall feels like. 'Cause this
Sure.
would be difficulty of 4.
Music party.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. This is solid. This is wood. This is a
Stock.
You can feel the studs as you knock
Sure.
along. You can feel the framing around the doors as you knock along, and it doesn't seem like this hallway like ever turns. It's like a video game with like the fog distance. It just goes.
I now have this desperate need to switch the bulb, right? I've seen enough of them flickering. I don't like, obviously I'm freaking out. I think I'm having a trip because of Patricia, so I'm mad at her right now. and I just, so my goal is to basically try and rip things off of the wall, like if there's like like any sort of like molding around the doorway or anything like that. I want to rip it out, and I want to balance the ladder on top of it. I just want to keep gaining inches so that I can climb up and actually switch it successfully.
Please roll intelligence plus crafts.
Oh yeah. Plus crafts.
Which I
Crafts.
think is going to
there
be
it is.
good for you.
That is very good for me.
This is going to be a 6.
Wait, that's too many. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't want too many. I got excited.
Me too.
That's 1. There's a crit fail that canceled out. I have 1 success.
One success. You get some of the wood off and you wedge it under the ladder. It gets a little higher, but are you in the hallway or are you in one of the rooms?
I'm back in the room I started in.
Okay.
I like to think I might have experimented with several of them at this point,
Right,
just
right,
getting
right.
more frustrated. But like, I want to think I marked the one that I was in somehow. So
Oh,
that's my
nice.
home base.
Nice.
I'm just like, all right, if everything else is fucked, I know where I'm going. It's here. It's this one room. So I can't quite make it with all the wood, right?
Yeah, you climb up the ladder and you have the same sensation, even with the ladder now being higher.
Oh, that's so fucked.
You have the same sensation where you can feel the warmth of the bulb. You can feel it
Oh my
on the
gosh.
edge of your fingers.
I climb back down, and I finally, because I don't ever, Gerald doesn't ever want to look like the crazy person. Like, he's very quiet, right? So he very politely opens the door one more time. He's like, hello? Anybody else? Anybody?
Hello?
Oh, hi. Where are you? I'm in this one.
So great. That's when you broke Anne. The response seems like it's echoing from down the hall.
Okay, I go for it immediately. It's the first sign of not this bullshit. I'm clutching the bolt for dear
Right.
life. I still am holding on to this thing like it matters. Yeah, I'm coming. Just keep talking. I'll come and get you.
Hardliner, she's new here. You have to be nice.
Come and get us. Come and get us for what?
No.
And we're gonna pop over to Rebecca. This is maybe the third or fourth mouthful of glass that you have swallowed.
Ew.
Each mouthful, the glass getting progressively bigger and progressively easier. It's not as difficult. You still have one hand free. They don't seem to care about your free hand. They just hold it down when they attempt to feed you
Okay.
the glass. But
When she's tried her strength against them, when it's
Mhm.
held down, like, is it like immovable force?
It's pretty-
Their arm holding her
it's
down.
pretty strong, yeah.
Unstoppable.
Okay, I'll
force.
stop saying mouthful.
So,
That's not why I'm laughing.
This one?
No,
No?
the next one.
Oh, yeah, we're not
oh
looking
yeah,
at that.
yeah, yes, no.
I thought in the future we didn't
True,
have that.
but so
Deep cut.
Yep.
yeah, they don't seem as concerned about it. They just kind of hold you down, or hold you in place when that happens. But they don't seem super worried about it.
So I think whenever this last one gets swallowed, just if they turn, she is going to try and fight through that. Rope.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Please use strength plus your. So now it's against an object or a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and use brawl.
Okay, cool. Just strength and brawl. Cool. And I'm
Difficulty
rolling higher
5.
than 5. Okay, 1 success.
One success. You get a tooth into it, and you realize it's not. It doesn't feel like it would normally feel when you bite into something. Like on your tooth, it doesn't feel the same.
Blech.
But it slices through one of the rounds of the rope.
Okay, I think she's gonna definitely take her tongue and just kind of like rub it over her teeth. If that makes sense.
Oh, they're sharp.
Feeling her teeth with her tongue, they're sharp.
And are there 2 rows? 2 rows on the top?
Yep, she's gonna stop that immediately.
Yeah.
She's gonna try again for the rope, but not think anything more about her teeth.
And you start gnawing at the rope. Arya.
Uh-huh.
Arya, you're wearing significantly less clothing than you were before.
No, Poor Kira.
But you now have been handed the violin by the man that you saw playing. and you realize that he does have a significant amount of hair. A significant amount of fur.
Oh.
Fur? Is he furry? You realize he took off his pants. You realize really nobody here is wearing pants, but it didn't occur to you at first because you realize their legs are covered with hair. He hands you the violin.
Okay. This is the same guy from before? Okay. He hands it to me. The music, other things are playing though. Like, it's not like dead fucking quiet now, okay? Cool. I didn't want to kill the vibe for all these other fucking people. Okay, sick.
He gets behind you. And he takes your hand in his hand and the violin in his hand underneath you.
Arya is so mad that this is her dream. Like, she's so mad that she's had this fantasy before. Like, genuinely upset.
And he starts guiding your fingers. And starts playing the violin with you.
These last, like, 3 scenes have all been, like, in sleep he sang to me. It's just been the same. I'm like, oh no. Don't do it. Don't go there. Don't do it. It's a bad idea, but do it. It'll be so fun. Don't do it. It'll be so fun. Don't do it.
It'll be so much fun.
Okay. Yeah, I think she, here's the thing about Arya. Like, just because she's a prude, it don't mean she's a fucking verge. Like, she knows how to play.
right.
Like, she's enjoying this fantasy for a moment, and then she, like, fully steps away and is, like, she's being her own instrumentalist. Like, she is creating her own sound. Like,
amazing. They all are
doesn't seem like there's a lot of rules here.
There no. You are correct, friend. You start playing unabashedly. You let in to this passion that you're playing, and you realize that everyone has gathered around you, and everyone is dancing around you in this swirl of figures, and you realize that you're playing so passionately and so strongly that your fingers have begun to bleed. Gerald, you see, way down the hallway, there's this whole group of, like, really, really short people.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
I feel, you seem like this is normal to you. What's going on down here?
Well, it looks like the lights ain't changing.
Yeah, you're telling me, buddy. I actually tried. I couldn't reach.
Oh, we can help you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bulbs. They're all flickering. I only got the one. Is there an important one that needs it?
Well, I think they all need changing, don't they?
Yeah.
And they start to form a circle.
Oh, fuck me. Listen, guys.
Very circle.
Listen,
Very circle.
I'm happy to help, but I also would really love to go home. I got a couple friends waiting for me. I got a TV dinner that's getting cold, and I don't know what Gibbs is doing right now on the show, so I'd really like to know.
We can't go home until the task is finished.
The light, every light bulb?
Every light bulb needs changing.
There's no end to this hallway.
Every light bulb needs changing. We'll do it faster if we do it together. And they swarm you.
Their little bodies are everywhere.
Mine isn't as fun as yours.
Their bodies ain't little.
Rebecca, you feel like there's a moment here. You feel an opportunity. What do you do?
Like, where are they currently? One's next to me, one's grabbing a new piece of glass. How's the biting through the rope going?
You're almost free. You have one arm free
Right.
and the other one's almost free.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's thinking she's gonna take this chair as soon as she's free and bash it across one of their heads as a distraction and make a bolt for it.
Take one more bite.
All right, go for it. One more strength roll. Strength and brawl.
It's getting easier for you. Difficulty of 4. Something about your teeth.
Ooh, fabulous. Tell me about my teeth. Sure. 2 successes.
2 successes. right through it. It pops off like it was nothing, like it was a piece of paper. They hear the sound, and the two of them stand on either side of the sliding glass door that's still slamming insistently, now with broken glass.
There's nothing else around except the rope and the chair, right?
The rope, the chair, the door, and these two gentlemen.
Cool. Yeah, I think she's just like she definitely has like mascara streak, if her torn dress, and she's still like freaked out, like, where's my friend? Nothing about, oh, the groom's missing me. No. Where's my friend? And she, I think, is just like, these two fuckers. And I think she takes the chair under one arm, and then, especially if there's like a knot on one end of the rope, like take a chunk of rope, like it's going to be a flail kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like walking up to these guys, like, you make a wrong move, and I'm going to bash you or something.
They see you, and they both smile, and there are too many teeth. And they take a step forward to you.
You are going to let me out of here. You're going to tell me where my friend is.
And they smile and take another step towards you.
Are they closing in towards me, or like just straight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think she's going to try and make a dash in between them, like, it's not D&D, but ready to action.
But you're gonna ready? Yes, absolutely. There's something inside you, something primal, something that burns, something that makes you feel like you could run.
Snacking for me, bro.
You run.
Run.
I would like you to go to your arts on your character sheet and write down Wayfare and put 1 dot. You have earned 1 dot in hopscotch, which you can leap and suffer no damage from the resulting collision, but you do feel like you're faster. You run, and you run, and you run in the darkness, and the darkness is running with you, after you, in you, and you run, and you run, and you burst through a hedge into a field? Aria.
What's up, girly?
Kind of pretty much.
So my fingers are bleeding.
It is, you don't know how much longer later.
Oh, okay.
There are figures passed out all over the ground. Abigail is laying next to you on the ground facing you.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes one dainty little finger and she kind of pushes your hair back on your forehead.
Oh, she's awake.
She's awake. And she pushes your hair back on your forehead and kind of like gently pats your forehead in a very loving, tender way. And she says, very, very good. And she rolls over and falls to sleep. And you look at your hands, and your hands are a bloody mess. But everyone's asleep.
Sick.
Worth it.
The most obstacle-ridden walk of shame.
Yeah. Arya has never stayed the night before.
Right.
She doesn't do that.
Yeah, we don't do
The
that.
whole relationship thing, the whole, like, even like a one-night stand is like, I'm not staying at your fucking place. You have one type of towel, you idiot.
Right.
I'm going home. So yeah, definitely I think she will go back to old habits. She'll Abigail's her name?
Mm-hmm.
She'll plant like a kiss on Abigail's like shoulder, like behind her. And then like, okay, thanks. And just fucking get off Tiptoe the fuck out of this trippy ass place.
Cool. So you're trying to sneak your way out?
Yeah.
So go under your arts and write down chicanery. Take 1 dot in chicanery. That will give you fuddle. And we'll go over that before the next. We'll go over all these before the next game in detail. But you can alter an existing perception in a small way. So as you're sneaking out of this room, your feet make no sound. You sneak out of this room. You open the door. You rush out the door, and you find yourself rushing through a hedge into a field. Rebecca, you see a goat woman rush into the field. Gerald.
Yes.
Titties flying in the wind.
You can have a shirt on. You can be decently
In this
modest for a scene. Gerald, you
Change your light bulb finally.
know how much time has passed.
Right.
You don't know how many light bulbs you've changed. It has literally felt like an eternity. But as you're working with these other people, you're moving faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster before you know it. But has it been that long? You've actually changed all the light bulbs in the hallway.
Oh, well, great work, guys. How do I get the hell out of here?
They all disappear.
Fuck me. All right. I look down the hallways again to see if there is an actual end. Since we were able to change them all, I imagine that means, unless it's a loop.
You look and it still just looks like a line into nowhere.
Fuck. I mean, we went around enough. Would I still be able to find my way back to like my room?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. I find my way back to the door. I was just kind of like, God damn it. But like the light's nice at least. I must say.
Yeah.
I try one more time. Hello?
The door says, hello?
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 You're a door.
You're not.
Damn straight. What? Is it all right that I turned your handle earlier?
I'm a door.
Sure, yeah, you know, you're sentient. So...
You said hello first.
I did. Listen, okay, all right. I'll level with you. Door, do you have a name or are you just Door?
Door. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome, Door. Now, Door, I've been stuck here for a while or maybe 5 minutes. I'm not sure. And I've changed every light bulb in this place. I don't know how to get out of here, but I feel like my job is done. So I feel like I've earned a little break. How do I get out of here?
You open the door.
I just did, Door. That was you. That was my hand jiggling your knob, Door.
But then you close the door.
Yeah, because that's what doors do, Door.
And doors open
Yeah.
to other places.
It opens to the hallway. Everything just opens to the hallway.
Does it? And the door begins to glow.
All right. I'm gonna open you now. Okay. Right.
You open the door and it seems to be just covered with like brush.
Okay, you're right. That's something different, Door. What's out there? Door, buddy, pal. My only. Fuck it, and I go straight out.
You go through the hedge.
Yeah.
You burst through the hedge. Rebecca, right after this goat girl busts through the hedge, the next thing you see is this very squat gentleman, poof, burst through the hedge. Arya, you see this person, large, very gray person standing in front of you, and you're taking that in as poof, from behind you, you're almost knocked over by a very short guy who looks like he's running for your life. Can you please all describe your chimerical selves?
Oh.
Does that mean us as Fae?
Yes. I look like a very squat, very small, not quite a halfling, I don't think, but somewhere along those lines. If you've heard of stories of brownies, bigger than a brownie, but generally hobbity looking, little vest. I got little horns. Got a nice vest on. I look pretty rad. But yeah, I'm a small guy.
For the chat, Gerald is now a boggin.
I am a boggin.
Arya.
So she has a kind of like a tawny brown color to all of the hair that now adorns her. Her nails have gotten quite a bit longer and pointier and blacker. She has, I think her eyes are always alive when she's human, because she's just always thinking at like 1,000 miles an hour. But now it's like alive with like some new shit. It's like, are you okay? Is she ever looking directly at you? Who's to say?
Right.
And she does have quite like, she does have a human face, but there are like fawn, deer, mammal features happening. The nose is a little more pointed. The cheeks are a little bit too rosy. Does she have sideburns? Like, she has this kind of, like, I mean, am I into it? She has the kind of like the speckled spotting that like a doe, like a baby deer, a fawn has. On like a lot of her fur, and her hair, I mean, now she hasn't had time to style it, so it's not the way that she would want it to be. But usually she would probably make a very thick braid and pile it up all on top of one place and maybe put some like flowers or feathers or something in there. And the only garment that adorns her is like a vest buttoned once right in between the boobies.
And you look down at your hands and you realize you still have the violin and the straw hat. Arya is a satyr.
Woo!
Rebecca, you look down at yourself and you're like, you're gray.
Yeah, I'm gray. Out of curiosity, do redcaps typically get taller or shorter, say about the same
They're
height?
big.
They're big. Okay,
they're not as
cool.
big as trolls, but they're beefy.
They're pretty big. Okay, cool. So I think Rebecca, even though she was a water polo player, was originally kind of like the shorter person of her team, brutal and tiny and like compact fighter kind of thing. Now she almost feels like she's a little ungainly. She's got longer limbs, a lot taller. She used to joke when people would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? She'd be like, 6 foot. And now she's like, okay. Her skin, is gray. Would she still be in like this tattered, great, fabulous. So she is in this tattered, if you look closely, you can tell that there's still like some floral elements in this lacy dress, but it is almost matching her skin in its graying elements. It's just covered with grit and speckles of blood. Both around the collar, around the shredded parts of the lace sleeves, and along the bottom of the dress. I'm pretty sure that train has been torn by now. Her hair would be a lot thicker. Her skin would just kind of feel unsettling even to herself. She just kind of runs her tongue over those teeth again. It's just like, there's too many. Nope, not gonna think about that.
Way too many. And before we find out what happens next, we have 2 pieces of business. Gerald, take 1 dot in primal. So you're gonna add primal to your arts.
Okay.
Take 1 dot. You now have Will-O-Whisper. Talk to objects, whether or not they possess a mouth or a mind to think.
Ooh. And that's an arts Will-O-Whisper?
That is an art. Primal Will-O-Whisper. And we did earn enough for a chrysalis manifestation, and I think as we've all busted through the hedge, we should do it.
Let's do it.
Who hasn't rolled yet? Somebody haven't rolled yet for manifestation?
Like,
we did 2,
I
haven't
think
we?
both me and Brooke did not roll.
Yeah, neither of them
listening.
Did I?
All right, so Brooke roll 1 die, and Rory roll another, and we'll
I think you did.
get that from there.
Yes.
5.
Okay.
4 and...
Oh, yes.
5.
Wait, what?
I said 5.
5. What was
In a
that?
silly accent.
And what was the other one?
And 4.
4. I don't know what that word means.
Whoa! It's on the wing just to pull that card. Maybe the stewardess will get you this time. Or will you this time, Billy?
You are standing in this field, and I'm gonna pull a card at the same time. You're standing in this field, and the sun is out. And the last thing you remember was that it was sundown. But the sun is out and shining. And as you regard each other and look up at the sky, you see in very quick time a eclipse begin to happen. Well, this makes sense. So I pulled. As that eclipse begins to happen, you see a very small fey-like creature skipping across the grass right past you. Just a little.
Do you see that?
I'm seeing a lot of things right now. I was sent here by a cat-sympathizing squirrel. I've had a bad day.
You've had a bad day. And then Rebecca just looks down at herself and be like, it's my wedding day.
Yeah, you know, you win, I think.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, congrats.
Wedding day always is a very sad day.
Sad?
Is it, though?
That's a little fairy.
Wedding day, giving the bride away.
Well, that's accurate.
Yeah, well, didn't get to that part.
So you're not from round here either, then, huh?
Round here. No time for tears.
Do you know something we don't? Little thing?
If wishes were fishes.
It'd be bad if I swat that thing, right?
Probably.
Right, I won't do it.
Like, I'm also, I don't know, it doesn't look like it, but I'm also not from around here, but I just, like, in my experience, bad idea.
Sure.
So far, at least.
I just changed a lot of
Rebecca will look at you guys and go like, oh, okay, and then put the chair and the rope down. I won't.
Well, I don't know, maybe the rules are different for different folks.
Wish for a kiss.
Anybody want to take that?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
That doesn't sound like a good deal. Thanks. Maybe another one?
Do you know, is there a way out of here, like a meeting place, someone we could talk to, perhaps?
I don't want to talk to anyone here. I've done a lot of well, actually not a lot of talking, to be honest, but a lot of socializing since I've been here, and I'm good, you know? Like, I don't need any more friends than I already have.
Yeah.
Three new friends are fine. Make a wish and rhyme.
Okay. Many light bulbs I did change. Could you perhaps show us the range?
A stove appears.
Fuck me.
It's Faye, bro.
I don't talking rhyme. We get what we want. Oh, what do we want? Well, I want to go home.
I don't know. It's all. Don't ask them as your question.
Tala,
I hope we
Tala
each get
is
more than
my
one.
Tala is my missing friend. Can you show me this maze's end?
You're in charge.
The grassy field looked endless at some point, but then when you make that wish, there seems to be across from you the entrance to another like hedge maze.
I mean, that might be worth it. Should we trust it?
I don't trust it. I just made a stove appear by bullshitting with a fairy. I'm not having. Sure. Yeah. You know what? I follow you.
We'll go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Baba.
She's gonna pick up the chair and the
brown
rope again.
sheep. Have you any wish?
I see this is something that expires, my tiny friend.
And it is a little dance.
If in the future I should need a favor, I hope again I should see you later.
The little tiny fake creature goes, "Ow!" and disappears.
I'm so good at this already!
So we're gonna hold on to that one. Actually, I'm gonna write Aria on it.
Thank you. Hey, they asked, okay? I just took advantage.
They did.
They could have let it go, but nope.
No.
That's true. They didn't have to ask me if I wanted something, but they specifically asked me. So I answered.
There's a hedge and a doorway.
All right. Yeah. So.
Hello, door.
Hi, Reed.
Doorway. Hello, doorway. Oh, no, not this one. Okay.
No.
I had a nice
You
chat
want
with
to
the
talk to
door
Dory?
earlier. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm getting my bearings.
Oh, thanks for the raid also.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Woo!
Hi,
I
Reed.
like missed who
Sorry.
it was, and then I found it, and now here we are. Thanks for the raid.
Yeah, we have some good raids
Yeah,
tonight.
Rebecca's
Very
gonna pick up
Changeling.
that chair and that rope again because I don't know what we're gonna face. And she's gonna start walking towards that door.
Yeah, so it's just an open archway and a hedge.
Archway.
Got
Yeah.
it. Hello, archway. My mistake.
It shivers.
Oh, hey.
Oh, okay. A little much. You guys coming?
If you would like to speak to the hedge,
I would.
so that would be a nature realm. So you have one in arts, which is Willow Whisper. So you would roll arts plus nature.
Okay, so arts plus nature.
Difficulty of 4.
Sure.
It's a friendly hedge.
Ah, that's one success.
One success. It shakes again, and you almost hear in the rustle of the leaves, "Hello."
Hi. Could you maybe, if you don't mind, tell us maybe, could you give us a couple of hints, like a nice way to get through here safely?
I'm an archway.
Yeah, but I mean, you at least maybe know the first turn or something. Like, is the first turn bad?
I lead to the marketplace.
Marketplace. Okay. No, that sounds good. Is it dangerous in the marketplace?
Always.
Fine.
You see Arya's nose kind of like twitches. Very out of character for her. She's almost shocked by it herself.
Is there any like wood or anything lying around?
Sure, there's sticks and twigs on the ground.
I feel an insatiable urge to build something, and I
Okay.
would like to attempt to make myself like a little but sharp little wooden sword for myself.
Sure.
Just quick
roll
fashioning.
Wits plus crafts. We'll see how good a sword it is.
Met Dory, Archie. What other furnishing adjacent things?
I
might
will
we
be
speak
talking to
today?
everything.
Architecture. Architecture would be the proper word there.
That is. What was the difficulty?
It's gonna be 5.
Sweet. That is 4 successes.
Yeah, it's a pretty sharp stick. What does it look like?
I wanted to find like a bough of a tree that had just probably like fallen off or snapped off or something like that. So I want the big end to be the blade, so almost scimitar-like, and it's in the bend of the blade, but like short, like maybe a foot long. A little handle for my little hand. No hilt. No, there's still like a little bit of a hilt, but it's like just the natural curve of the wood. Like it's another branch coming down, and that's where I like protect my knuckles. Yeah.
You see the archway start to actually shake and shiver a little bit, and you hear it, and the other two of you don't really hear this. You really only hear Gerald's side of the conversation, so no. You hear the hedge say, "I'm not a door," and a door appears.
Hi, door.
Hi.
I like lean over to Rebecca and I'm like, do you know this fucking guy?
No.
Is this-
I've
Can I recognize this as the same door, the one that I marked
thrown
up?
off
It's a
by
different
this?
door,
This is really weird.
completely different door. If you
Okay.
look at this door actually has sort of like a Victorian vibe to it.
Okay.
There's some stained glass at the top.
Hey, door. Where do you go? Do you go to the marketplace too?
Incoming message.
Okay. Go for it.
And you see the door kind of like try to.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I go and I'm going to turn your knob now. And I
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, you're welcome. I guess
I respect that. I do respect that part of this encounter. Everything else was really weird, but I like that you asked. I guess as long as we're talking to doors and shit.
Consent, it's important.
Yeah, it's nice.
Door consent. You open the door?
Yep.
You open the door and you don't see the marketplace or the rest of the hedge beyond this door. It's like a portal, and you see sort of this shimmer, the sort of golden shimmer, and on the other side of the shimmer, you see a medium height, olive-skinned woman. She has long, dark, wavy hair, sort of hazel green eyes. She's dressed all in black, kind of like if Stevie Nicks just wore all black. She's wearing lots of necklaces. She appears to be a woman of indeterminate age, somewhere between like 30 and death, like you're not entirely sure. And she's holding her hand up and she goes, "Oh, thank goodness."
Sure.
Okay. No, I see. So we've got a boggin, definitely a satyr, and absolutely a red cap. I just want to start by saying I'm so sorry.
Is this your fault?
Honestly, I've had a pretty good time so far for the most part. So,
You've had a good time in this madness?
honestly, never in my life so many times in a row. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
The woman nods. She goes, "No, that tracks. Look, I don't have much time. I don't know how long I can hold this portal. I can't leave, but the Sealy Court has sent me. They can't come themselves, but they've sent me to deliver
She
a
was.
message."
Send them my regards.
She sighs, and she's like, "The only thing worse than satyrs are pukas, and pukas than satyrs." This tracks. They did a really great job on you guys. So good. The good news and the bad news. The good news is you're alive. I guess the interesting news, I should introduce myself. My name is Kesla. I'm a mage. I'm here to help because the Unseelie Court isn't allowed, or the Sealy Court isn't allowed to help. The Unseelie Court, okay, so I just need you guys to follow me real quick and let me know if you have any questions. The Unseelie Court has kidnapped you from your lives, tortured you for about a year, and plans on dumping you back into
Torture.
the mundane world.
I was changing light bulbs for a year.
Oh,
Changing
shit.
light bulbs?
Oh, my students are gonna be like fucked. And not in a fun way. They're gonna be so mad.
Right. And she says torture, and actually you look down at your hands and you realize that you now have like deep calluses and dried blood on your hands. It's gross. So here's the thing about your students. So you have a choice. You can accept your new Fey life as it is, or you can find the fetch that replaced you, dispatch them, and reclaim your mundane life.
Oh.
She takes a breath, and you hear pounding behind her and growling, deep, angry growls.
Sorry, dispatch?
You see a man's head poke in, and he's got sandy brown hair. He's wearing a trench coat. He's carrying a gun. And he's like, Cass, we gotta go. Like, I mean, like, now we have to go.
I have to kill someone?
Oh, and he looks, he goes, "Oh, hey guys. Oh, no, I see. Good luck to you, Cass. We gotta go." And he leaves.
You didn't answer my
Well, how do we?
I'll be right there. I have to go, but we're technically not allowed to help. But I'm sending someone to help you. You can meet him at the other end of the marketplace. She looks over to Rebecca. He's like you. He is a red cap. He's technically Sealy, but red caps tend to be unsealy. You'll get it all eventually, but he's sort of neutral. So he can help. It'll be fine. But just get through the marketplace. Do not leave the path. Do not leave the golden path. If you ever find yourself on the golden path, do not leave the golden path. And you can tell that the doorway is kind of losing cohesion. here, and she throws 3 wooden coins across the threshold. Clearly she can't come across. And there's 3 wooden coins that hit the ground. They're intricately carved. They're carved on both sides. You can use these to summon me again at some other time, or summon a portal like this one to take you somewhere of its asking. It is a one-time use.
Oh,
So
okay.
you use it and it's done. If you absolutely need me, you can tell the coin that you need me, and I will appear in a doorway somewhere, and you hear louder banging and growling. I really have to go. Get through the marketplace. Speak to no one. Find Ted, and the door slams.
Thank you, Dor.
The door disappears.
See you later. What was her name?
I don't know.
Cassowary? Tessa?
Was
Kessler,
fully
Kessler.
not listening.
Kessler.
Tesla?
Yeah.
Tessa.
Kessler.
Tesla.
If you think about it, you remember the man saying, Kess, we have to go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay, well, it's been lovely.
a year. I've been gone for a year. I've been
But someone's
Forced
been there.
fed.
That's what she said, isn't it? That someone's been there?
on my wedding.
Hey, I didn't say it was good for you. I said it was good for everybody else.
I really hope they recorded all the episodes.
I hope it wasn't good for them. Honestly, I'm hoping they realize this is an imposter.
Hey, if he really loves you, he'll know the difference. Probably.
Yeah. Maybe. I
know nothing
should we
about
go?
love. I've never been in love, nor do I ever expect to. But that's my assumption. That's
I mean,
what
I
I
was
hear.
more worried about my friend, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Do you all step through the hedge?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You step through the hedge, and you couldn't really see beyond it, but as you step through the hedge, you find yourself in a outdoor grand bazaar kind of marketplace. There are creatures of every kind that you can imagine wandering through the streets, some with packages, some ornately dressed, some people are dressed in more simple clothes. You can tell that there's kind of like food area and a food of wares, and straight down through the middle is what appears to be a golden street.
Mm-hmm.
And that, friends, is where we'll end for tonight.
All right.
Oh, we did it!
Thank you. That was super fun.
Thank you, everyone, for coming and joining us for literally one of my most favorite games of all time with some of my most favorite people of all time. I am looking forward to seeing how this unfolds in the next 2 episodes. What will happen? I don't know. Will the Fae have ruined these mortals' lives, or will they have, even worse, succeeded and done better? We'll find out. Thank you so much for the donations tonight. It literally helps us keep the lights on. If there was anything that you saw tonight that you think is worth at least $1, go ahead and drop that to us. We love you for being here. We love you for sharing the story with us and helping create the story together. We are actually going to do Discord questions.
Yes. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, go to our Discord, discord.rollforhotness.com, or follow the link. Find the Changeling thread, put all of your questions in there, and we'll answer them for you for our patrons that we have just mentioned there. So we really appreciate it, and we love answering those questions for you. And we'll come up with the title when we get there, because that's what we always do.
That's what we do. So if you have any questions about the characters or the game themselves, or any questions for the players, please pop them in there. It's always the best part of the show. And
One more thing. We are, if you are in the Southern California area, or even if you're not, we are doing a live, in a theater show of Perception Check, which is our Wednesday night show. We're bringing it to the Aurora Theater in Long Beach. Tickets are available now, and if you can't make it in person, we also have remote tickets, so you can stream the event from the comfort of your own home. But we'd love to see you in the building if you can make it. Tickets are going fast, so make sure you do the thing.
Do the thing.
Yeah, bye.
Do the thing, come see the thing. Are we reading somebody?
Minimal
gameplay.
Minimal gameplay.
Go give them some love.
Yeah.
Tell them the Perception Studio sent you. Go over to Discord. Drop your questions. We love y'all, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.